I really think what you just said is so fascinating to me. CDI, you're a film company and you create films and people can go watch them. You are a media and entertainment company, but that's not enough. You
Yeah,
also have to create the content to tell people about your movies,
yeah,
and you have to think like a media and entertainment company, meaning every single film that CDI makes, we get a copyright registration for the script, for the movie itself. We have looked at other intellectual property, whether it's trademarks or whatever for CDI. DJ and I have talked a lot about that. We've really thought through some strategy. But what you just said, can you say that again? Like you were saying, we have to create the content, not just the films themselves.
yeah. I think we've been conditioned through social media to look at what content is. People produce content, which is basically behind the scenes of their lives. And we're more interested in that, just normal behaviors that people are cooking food and they're walking their dog and people are watching this. And, here we are making films that we feel are relevant, that are poignant, thought provoking, but you now have to make content of just your behind the scenes, real life, talking about the films that you're making. Gone our way now are the stars that were inaccessible. The Hollywood are inaccessible. And now these current stars, and I'm talking like black and white, the black and white movies, they were inaccessible. They were just these people that you never could ever meet. But now even the stars of today, they're producing content so you can see their behind the scenes and then just making a protein shake and walking their dog. And now they're just talking like you and me in their bedrooms and on their kitchens. And that is content that is more consumable in these, I think, quick bite-sized things while you're doom scrolling. It's interesting to see that shift. And, we're making films in order to get the audience to know about them. We have to now pull back the curtain and reveal what a lot of us like to be private about and separate ourselves from that. But now we have to open ourselves up to that more. So it's an
And
interesting,
I love it. And I think it's the difference is, hey, this is how we make money as a company, right? We license our IP to a distributor or to platforms, right? And then the money comes into the company that way. But there's also, my thesis is every company is a media and entertainment company, whether you think you are or not. Even if you're a media company, you still have to go promote and build that awareness and build the influence so that people do want to watch your product and watch your content in the channel where you do get compensated,
yeah,
whether it's some distribution platform, some channels, pay per view. You can actually buy physical copies too. But ultimately, it's not just about, hey, we created the film and then that's it. There's all this other opportunity where it's not just, hey, we create the film. We need the media content out there to build influence and build the audience to point towards and to get to create that awareness. Because, like, let's say you release one or two movies a year, that's, let's say, 4 hours of content, right, per year. But you have all of this other material content that's available and time that's available to be in front of people. Like, people need to know Wild Faith Christmas is coming out. People need to know all the other films that are coming out, whether it's Kingdom Chip. There's films coming out, but like you could be educating people and making them aware of it, but then also entertaining them at the same time. And then the piece that I think is super interesting is how are we building a brand asset? Because like the film is an asset that you can make money from, but are there other assets, whether it's social media, whether it's an actual intangible asset that you can license in addition to the films? So there's so much, I think, even with CDI, we're talking about and the projects that we're involved with, there's so much more we can do. We can bring awareness,
yeah,
and it's like a loop, right? You bring awareness to it, and then people go see it, and then they want to go and see all the other stuff that you're doing. It's like a great cycle.
yeah. And it's interesting the transition of that. If you're forecasting, you see theatrical viewing going down unless it's a tent pole type of spectacular film that makes you want to leave your house because many of us have built-in home theaters and surround sound and you have to go to a theater and get in line and pay out. It's easier
Yeah.
just to do it at home. So you're competing for that space, competing against those movies and an experience that people would rather have the best one at home. There's that little shift, but then there's this kind of small segment of this analog thinking, if you will, of that people that will want to now see a movie and not see a vertical film. I want to go back to storytelling. I want to go back to the fantastical, spectacular, and I
Yeah.
just want to get down to two people talking, working out a problem, exhibiting behavior that challenges my thinking, that gets me on that ride and empathetic to their plight. So hopefully we can just capture that small segment of people that still love basic storytelling, still want to see people go through extraordinary things and how did they handle and solve these problems in a
No,
safe
yeah.
space and not
I love
just a
it.
90-second clip. Man,
It's both, right? You got to have both.
yeah,
You got to
yeah.
have both. I love it.
It's made these conversations easier. You can be at your house, I could be at my house. Do I need a lot more production? Basic lights. I got a camera up here and set. Well, this is just me and you talking, John. But we can have these little clips, little bite-sized pieces. We're talking about cinema, we're talking about crafts, we're talking about branding, we're talking about business, how it relates to on my side in the creative and your side is the creative, organized, professional business stuff world, how they collide, unite, and partner with one another. What drives us, family, faith, all these things. I think these are the things, if we're talking about content, rather than me just having a phone, these conversations, as you see, podcasts are so popular. I mean, you have a podcast. We just need to schedule and we just clip these suckers to oblivion.
Amen, dude. Yeah, absolutely.
30
I think,
second night sized nuggets of wisdom as people search. They're actually seeking wisdom. They're seeking ways to live better, how to handle challenges and celebrate some of the other people's wins. But they really want some of their own wins. And people who have been through the fire are the ones that say, hey, I've been through it, you can get through it too.